The city wakes before dawn, bathed in the soft hum of electricity. Streetlights blink off one by one as the first streaks of sunlight scatter across the glass towers. A sleek silhouette glides silently through the mist, metallic silver, low, and sculpted like a drop of water caught in motion. The Hyundai Ioniq 6 moves without a sound. Its headlights slice through the quiet morning, twin lines of white that reflect in the wet asphalt. Inside, the cabin feels like a different world, clean, futuristic, peaceful. Emma grips the steering wheel lightly, her fingers tracing the smooth curve of recycled leather. She's been awake since 5 a.m., coffee in hand, ready for the road ahead. She smiles at the soft chime as the display comes alive. Battery, 100%. Estimated range, 361 miles. She doesn't need gas. She doesn't need noise. The car pulls out of the driveway, gliding into the flow of the awakening city. She whispers, "Let's make it count today," and presses the pedal. The Ioniq 6 responds instantly, the kind of acceleration that feels like thought turned into motion. 0 to 60 in under 5 seconds, no engine growl, just clean, pure speed. The skyscrapers blur by, she can feel the balance between quiet and power, control and ease. At the red light, a Mustang idles next to her, engine rumbling, exhaust clouding the cool morning air. The driver glances over, smirks. She just smiles back. The light changes, and before the Mustang even hits second gear, the Ioniq 6 is gone, smooth, effortless, gone. On the highway, the sound changes to a whisper. Wind brushes the glass, tires hum faintly against the pavement. Emma taps the steering wheel and the digital dashboard glows with soft colors. Music fills the cabin, something gentle, like a dream. She loves this feeling. The floating console beneath her arm, the ambient lighting that shifts with her mood, the panoramic screen that merges navigation, music, and life. The Ioniq 6 doesn't just drive, it listens. It adjusts to her. A small alert pops up, lane assist active. The car stays perfectly centered as she relaxes her grip. The AI voice is warm and calm. "You are driving efficiently." She smiles again. Efficiency is beautiful when it feels like freedom. She heads out of the city, past the riverside and into open space. The sun has climbed higher, painting the road gold. Out here, the Ioniq 6 feels alive in a different way. The aerodynamics aren't just design, they're purpose. Air glides over every curve, every line drawn for movement. Emma thinks about how strange it feels to be part of the future already. She used to imagine electric cars as something distant, sterile, mechanical. But this one feels human. It feels warm. It feels like it understands her rhythm. At a rest stop, she parks beside a charging station. It's quiet except for the sound of birds. She plugs in the charger, and within minutes, the screen shows 80%. Fast charging, just long enough for a coffee and a breath of morning air. A man nearby leans on his pickup, curious. "That the new Ioniq 6? He asks. She nods. "Yeah, all electric, pretty amazing." He walks over, eyes scanning the smooth lines and glowing taillights. "It looks like something out of space." "Kind of feels like it," she laughs. "But it's simple once you get in. Just peace and motion." He smiles, nodding in appreciation. "Guess the future came quicker than we thought." Emma finishes her coffee, unplugs, and slides back into the driver's seat. The cabin greets her with soft tones and cool air. She takes a deep breath and sets the navigation for the coast. As the road opens again, she accelerates. The power flows instantly, and the landscape unfolds ahead, fields, hills, the first glimpse of ocean light. The car feels planted yet weightless, tuned perfectly to the curve of the earth. Hours pass easily. There's no fatigue, no vibration, no roar of an engine, only the quiet pulse of momentum. When she finally reaches the cliffs overlooking the Pacific, she parks and steps out. The sea stretches endlessly before her, waves shimmering in the sunlight. Behind her, the Ioniq 6 gleams like a piece of the future left in the present. She turns to look at it, smiling softly. For a moment, she realizes this isn't just a car. It's a promise, that power doesn't have to be loud, that speed doesn't have to burn, that the future can be silent, beautiful, and alive. The wind rises, brushing her hair. She closes her eyes and whispers, "This is what change feels like." The Ioniq 6 waits quietly behind her, ready for wherever the road leads next.